Rethink World, catch the world's mindset. Welcome to Rethink World on Christocentric Station, and I'm your host, McPherson. As Proverbs 23 verse 7 says, as a man thinketh, so he is. We are here to change our mindset about wealth, to transform our society and our generation. Today, I have Mr. Justice Owusu here with me. You are welcome, Mr. Justice.
Thank you very much.
It's so good to have you here.
Good to be here too.
Yeah, how has your day been?
So far as Christ is alive, we are good. Yeah.
I can see that.
Yeah.
I have a gift for you.
Thank you.
Yes, I want you to shake it and choose one.
All right. Okay, I'll pick the one on top.
Okay.
Okay. Is that all? I'll be
Yes.
picking extra.
No,
Okay.
this is fine. What's on your bucket list that you are excited to achieve soon?
Soon,
Yes.
an MFA in filmmaking.
MFA.
That's Masters in Filmmaking.
Wow.
Yes, from a Hollywood Standard Training School.
It will come to pass.
Amen.
Yes,
Amen.
it will definitely come to pass. So, Mr. Justice, have you always dreamt of being a filmmaker?
As long as I can remember, I have always wanted to be a filmmaker.
From childhood?
Yes, I think from the age of around 12 years, when I was growing up in Fantini Town in Kumasi, film has always been a thing for me because I had an encounter with the power of filmmaking, and I got stuck to it since then.
And you loved it?
I think it's something that everybody loves. So I just enjoy making it because it gives me power to just create because I love to create. So that's why I love it.
So when did you go into it professionally?
Okay, I'll say that I have always tried to channel my path into filmmaking. And so at the age of 12, when I discovered the love in filmmaking, I didn't know where to go because I was in Kumasi then. And so being a church boy, I did my best to serve my church with the talent that I have. So I started with acting, then acting on stage. Then over time, I got bored with, I'm somebody that I like to create. So I always want to see new things. So I got bored with just being on the stage. And later I started picking up cameras, any camera that I can get my hands on, started writing stories and just putting together my drama team, and we start doing something.
Yeah.
So that's how the whole thing has been. And I'll say that I got into professional work when I finished SS. Actually, before SS, I was still into it because I used to go on production sets in Kumasi, these Kumasi movies and things like that. Yeah. So it has always been like that. And so it was after SS that I think I got into it more. Yes.
So how do you see the Ghanaian film industry?
Unfortunately, it's not where I really want it to be. And it's sad that we are at this level because it hasn't always been like this. Years ago, it wasn't like this. But now, instead of progressing, we are rather just falling back, which is a shame. And it's not at the standard that personally I think we should be, because we are far behind Nigeria and far behind South Africa and other African countries. And honestly, some people even believe that we don't have a movie industry currently, which I understand why they will say that. And so we are not at a good place. I can't put a level on it, but I think it's a place that we all need to be shameful about, personally.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm also shameful about it.
Yeah.
So what can we do? Before then, how did we get to a point where we are falling back?
Good. I think it answers the same. These two questions goes together. And I would say that the whole problem started when some people may not agree, but I believe, and history shows that it started when Nkrumah left office or left the seat of government. Nkrumah saw the beauty in filmmaking. So during the time of Nkrumah, the only country in Africa that could match Ghana in terms of filmmaking, and actually I would say they were a little bit ahead of us, was South Africa. South Africa was the only country that had more talent, had more gadgets and the skills more than Ghana. And because of that, most of Nigerian filmmakers train in Ghana. Yes. And Nkrumah took it so serious, and he loved filmmaking, and he knew the power behind it. But unfortunately, when he left office, all other government that came after it didn't pay attention to it. In fact, some of them deliberately destroyed the movie industry because they felt it was a danger to themselves and also their quest in government. And so they destroyed it. And unfortunately, since that time, we haven't been able to pick up and go where we need to go. And so I'll say that to rectify that problem, unfortunately, a lot of Ghanaian makers are losing interest in filmmaking because it's a two-way problem. Making film is very expensive.
Yeah.
It's an expensive venture, so people need support. And unfortunately, the government haven't been in the position to help or haven't shown interest in helping Ghanaian filmmakers. And that is what has made it very difficult for people to go into filmmaking because the talent is there.
Yeah.
And gradually, I can see that people are losing interest in filmmaking as a whole.
Yeah.
And so I'll say it's two. One, the government needs to show interest, just like the Nigerian government did. And because of that, now Nigeria is actually well known, or Nigeria became more popular to the rest of the world through films. Because the government saw the essence in doing so. And it has taken them so far that we are so way behind them. And it's very shameful.
Yeah.
You see, considering the fact that they started training here in Ghana. So the government needs to step up. And I believe that when that is done, other filmmakers will also get on board and push the filmmaking industry to a point that we will all be happy to boast about.
Yeah, I'm sure we will get there. And
I
the
believe
government
we
will
will
hear about it.
Yes, the government should do much about it. They should pay attention to not just film, but the creative art industry. Yes, it's suffering and it's not fair. And that industry can employ or can pick up so much and give so much to the country, more than even cocoa and other sectors are doing. So it's a very, very important industry that they need to pay attention to.
Yeah, I love the fact that it's going to create employment.
Yeah.
It's going to generate money for other
Yeah,
people.
direct and indirectly. It creates a whole lot of livelihood for people.
Yeah.
Yes.
I love that. And this wants me to know your perspective about wealth. How do you see wealth?
Well, in life there are a lot of things that we can have our own definition for, and there are certain things that they are just this, and you can't have any other definition for. And wealth is one of those things that I believe that we cannot have our personal definition for, because what one person will call wealth will not be the same as what another person will call wealth. So you need to define what wealth is. So in my perspective, wealth is peace. It's peace.
Wealth is peace.
Yes, it's
How?
peace. I would say that for somebody, for instance, the person might tell you that, okay, having wealth is maybe having a Lamborghini or having a yacht or having...
That's what we want to hear.
Yes, you see, but you can have all those things and not be able to live in it peacefully, not have the peace of mind to live in it. And I have traveled to certain places and I see people living in some deplorable conditions and they are happy about life. They go to bed and they sleep like there is no tomorrow. People have no one chasing after them. And for me, that is what I call wealth. You see, the fact that you can enjoy life without having to look on your shoulders is wealth to me. So that is how I would define wealth. That is peace. It may be peace of mind or peace of health or any other thing, but I think I would say peace, because I remember Jesus saying that I give you peace and not as the world gives you. And it tells you that it's peace in every aspect of life. And me, so I choose that as wealth. If I have that, I'm okay.
Wow.
Yeah.
You choose peace
Yes.
as wealth.
Yes.
So if you don't have money and you have peace, it's wealth to you.
Yes. That is why when I owe somebody, I'm quick to release or pay my debt, because I know that even if I have $1 billion and I owe somebody one city, and the person, anytime I see the person, I'm not okay.
Yeah.
But if I have one city and I'm able to pay off my 1 billion debt, and I just have just one city, and I know that nobody is coming to disturb me, I think it's okay for me. Yeah, it's okay for me.
That's beautiful.
It's okay.
Yes, and peace is very important.
Yes,
And
for me.
we sometimes you can tell that this man is very influential. He has money, but he cannot sleep.
Yes.
He doesn't have. He's
Yes.
even jealousing you who do not have.
Yes,
much.
and I've seen it in so many instances.
Yes.
Yes.
That's good. So, Mr. Justice, faith. You are a Christian. Does your faith, play a role in wealth creation?
Yes. Yes. Yes.
How?
I would say in creating wealth, you see, as I told you, it is based on my own definition of what wealth is. And every decision that we make in life in terms of wealth creation should have a substance to stand on. To what extent do you want this wealth? Okay. And for me, it's all about my faith. What does my faith say in terms of seeking wealth? Because at the end of the day, I'm a man of faith. And I haven't seen anybody on this planet that would tell me that he or she is not influenced by faith. Everybody has some level of influence, and it comes with the faith that a person belongs to. Whether an atheist or whoever, you still have some level of faith that runs your life. And so it has great influence on it. And so anytime I'm trying to go after something, I ask myself, this thing that I'm going after, will it conflict with my faith? For me, my utmost definition of faith, which is of worth, which is peace, is found in Jesus. Is my source of peace. And so if I'm taking any decision, I ask myself, is this thing going to jeopardize my relationship with Jesus, who is my source of faith? If it's going to do so, then I'll have to back out. If it's going to rather improve it, then I'll go after it with all my strength. Irrespective of how many times I'll fall, I'll get up and pursue it. So that is how my faith works hand in hand in terms of seeking wealth. It's all about
peace. It's
peace.
About faith.
Yes.
Yes. Mr. Justice, what's the best advice you received in life?
In life, I would say that me being somebody that I've done all my best to anchor my life on my faith, which is my faith in Jesus Christ. I have made the Bible one of my cardinal source of living, because I believe the Bible is my manual in terms of my life. And so there are some 4 scriptures which I'll let you know. Those are the cardinals when it comes to advising myself when it comes to faith. The first one is Ecclesiastes, which is Ecclesiastes 12 and 13, and it defines why human beings were made. It says that at the end of the day, human beings are supposed to reverence God and worship Him. That is what we are supposed to do. So that is the first thing that I'm always looking at. The second one is what Jesus Christ told us about the fact that a man's life is not determined by the abundance of wealth. So it tells you that when Jesus is defining your life or measuring your life, it's not about riches. It's about something else. It's not about riches. So that is the advice that tells me as to how to seek for riches. The other one is Proverbs, which is Proverbs 13:22, which talks about a good man leaving his children inheritance. So I am seeking for wealth. Is it a wealth? Is it something that I can leave as inheritance to my children? I can't go after, let's say I can't go after, let's say, $2 million, and my children will be in trouble, or my generation will be in trouble, not having peace of mind. I can't do that. I have to leave them with what I believe to be good wealth or wealth. So that is the third one. Then the last one is the fact that Proverbs 37, verse 25 tells us that no righteous person there's no righteous person that exists or is to exist that their children begs for what to eat or livelihood.
Yeah.
It's not possible. You can never be righteous and your descendants or your children beg. It's not possible. So for me, these are the 4 anchors that I hold my advice on. And I've realized that any advice that any human being gives me, being it good or bad, has to fall in this. And all the good ones that I've heard falls within this. And so I'll say that the best advice that I've had is these 4 scriptures, or the scriptures that I live on. But as for human beings, I don't really know anybody yet.
Nobody has given you any advice.
Any advice they give me, it still comes back to this
Okay.
same thing. So I'll say this is the cardinal advice that I've had. Yeah.
Wow, that's beautiful.
Yeah.
I think as human beings, we should have a foundation in our mind.
Yes.
And that's what will help us to discern whether what other people are telling us is helpful or not. That's good.
Yes.
Have you observed any mindset in this generation that is holding us back? You know, as you were talking, you were mentioning SSS. In our generation, it's SHS. So you've seen the other dispensation and this dispensation.
Yes.
What is actually holding us back from creating wealth?
Okay. Creating wealth, I'll say this generation, what is holding the generation back is still the understanding of what life is all about. And the definition of what wealth is. In our time, when I was growing up, we seek to create wealth with some level of guidance. We all had some things to look up to. I'll use myself as an example, then I will just extend it to all my colleagues that I saw growing up. Yes, we go out to do things, but I always had at the back of my mind that with this thing that I'm doing, would my mother be proud of it?
Okay.
Is my mother going to be proud of what I'm doing? Is she going to be disappointed in what I'm doing? And these are some of the guidance. We had certain guidelines to just direct us in what we go after. But unfortunately, this time, I don't see that with a lot of people. People are always in a hurry to be seen, to be known. I want to be the biggest. I want to be I want to be above everybody. And unfortunately, that is the kind of attitude that Satan had in heaven. He wanted to dethrone the man. He wanted to be the center of attraction. And that is the same kind of life that a lot of people are living now. And so unfortunately, they will do anything to get it. And so the mentality in creating wealth now is unfortunately in a direction that is a little scary. We don't think about other people. We don't think about how we can get there in a safer manner. It's just, as the accounts will say, buga buga. It's just anything goes. And it's unfortunate that it's like that now. And we don't even know what is called wealth. People think that, if I have about 5,000 or 10,000 followers, that is it. But in our time, everybody wanted to live in their corner. You just want to get up, just get something to eat, and be proud of yourself and make your family proud. But it's not more like that now. That's one thing about how we are all going about it now.
Yeah. And that's true. Will my mom be proud of it?
Yes.
As you're out there, your mom is calling you. Yes. And you cannot afford to do things anyhow. You cannot afford to mess up.
You can't mess up.
Yeah.
Yes.
I really get it.
Yeah.
So, Mr. Justice, I want to know, have you been through any challenges in life? Your journey? And what did they teach you?
I have been. I don't know anybody who hasn't seen challenges. We all have our own ways going through, or we all have our own challenges. No matter who you are, there are challenges, and that comes with every level of life that you find yourself. And so I have gone through a lot. I have gone through a lot. And um, these challenges have taught me a lot.
Tell us some of the challenges and what you learned.
Oh, I would say professional wise, personal wise, faith wise, a whole lot. I will tell you a little.
Sure.
Yes. For instance, when it comes to personal life, there have been times that I needed to, I'm a man.
Yeah.
So at
I
every
know
point
you're
in
a
time,
man.
yes, at every point in time, every guy will want to leave the house. And so when it was time for me to leave the house or to step away from my parents, because a man has to leave the parents, you see.
Yeah.
So when I had to leave my parents, I had to now face life on my own. And as the Hausa man would say, I saw Shaggy.
Hey.
I saw the hard part of life. But with all these things, all those times, I knew that I couldn't go back to go and lie by my mother's, go and suckle breast milk. I have to face life, taste, swallow bones. And so I traveled to places that I had no help. And there were times that I had to sleep on concrete floors. I was homeless for I was homeless for about 4 years of my life after SS, and I was sleeping on bare floors. I had to wake up at dawn to shower outside, so that by the time it's daytime, nobody knows that nobody sees me. And there were times that I didn't have a single penny in my pocket, and I had to go hungry. Those were the times that I could feel my stomach kind of eating itself up.
Weren't you willing to go back to your mom's place?
And because at that time, my mom and my dad, even in that state, I had to help them and help my other brothers. They were not in the position to help me. Yeah, I had to go through, and those were personal times that I had to face life myself. But in all that, I knew that it's just for that time. Professional wise, there have been a lot of times that I had to push myself to get myself into some level of in my professional work. And I remember there were times that I go to people who are already in the industry to talk to them that, oh, I'm interested in this thing. I have the passion for it and I want to learn it. I have something to offer and all those things. And they tell me rubbish. They tell me I remember there was a time somebody told me that I should just get up. I mean, he's just, I've heard painful things.
Yeah.
Just because I didn't know anybody to hold my hands and push me into the industry. I had to just push my way through it by myself. And you had to go through a lot. People will say horrible things to your face.
Yeah.
So professional wise, I've been through hard times and all that. Faith wise, I mean, if you're going through all these things, sometimes your faith will be challenged. I mean,
Yes.
God, why am I going through
Why
all
you
this?
leaving me alone
Why?
here?
I see all my colleagues going through this and they are succeeding. I want the same thing, and why? So if you say you want to live as a Christian, there are hard times. That one is automatic. If anybody tells you that come to Christ and everything is going to be okay, you won't have problems, you won't face challenges, it's a lie. It's a lie.
Na scam.
Na scam. You see, all these things are part of what has built up my faith, and all these hard times have really built my faith. So I'll say that I've gone through challenges and I've gone through hard times. And throughout all these times, I mean, the kind of virtues that we grew up knowing is what has kept us.
So tell this generation 3 things you learned from your experience, your challenges.
3 things that I've learned from my challenges is that the scripture that says that teach a child the way he should go, and when he grows up, it will not depart from him. Or he will not depart from it. I think that's how it says. It's true. I grew up with some virtues. As I said, I was a church boy. I love to be at church, and I I always wanted to be a good son to God, because I know we are all children of God.
Yeah.
If you give your life to Christ, He says that He gives you the opportunity to be called the son of God. So I believe that I'm a child of God, and I always try to live that way. And so the kind of lessons that I put myself through, or I lived with as a child growing up, and learning the virtues of how to be a good Christian and all those things, it has stayed with me through good times and through bad times. It has been with me. So it has really shaped me to become the kind of person I am now. I can confidently say that I'm a good person.
Oh yes.
and
I can tell too.
and it's all because of these lessons and these things that I dedicated myself to. So I'll say that they should take Christ serious. They should take Christ serious. Another lesson that I would say, that I think all my lessons and the kind of lessons that have really shaped my life is everything based on Christ. And the other thing that I would say is that know Christ yourself by yourself. Seek after Christ yourself. Don't live your life based on what my pastor is telling me, what my friends is telling me about Christ, what some book is telling me about Christ, or some. No. Go after Christ yourself. Be diligent and follow Him. Try to know Him. And at the end of the day, you know Him and He will shape your life. And in fact, going after Christ or seeking Christ will require you to live certain kind of life. And that kind of life is what will take you on the right path. And at the end of the day, when you look back, you realize that, oh, I made good choices. Yeah. I did the right thing. So that is the second thing that I would say. I don't know if they are the same, but honestly, if you ask me, they will all fall within the same thing. Christ. That is just Christ. Your life should be centered around Christ. I don't know. I think whatever I say, it will still come into the same thing.
At this point, I'll say you are Christocentric.
Very good. I am. I mean, I always tell people it's easy to say that I worship God. I mean, everybody can say that I worship God. I mean, Buddhists are worshiping God. Muslims are worshiping God. Any other religion. But it's only Christians who can say that I am following Christ. So you have to be Christocentric. Yes. As people say, Christocentric. It's just Christ. And when you are with Christ, then you can now say that, okay, I mean, Christ, the Holy Spirit and God, they are the same people. So you don't need to now say that, oh, I'm a child of God, I'm a child of the Holy Spirit. I mean, it's the same thing. Let us see Christ in you. Yes. That is what we want to see.
Christ in you, the hope of glory.
Of glory, yes.
Yes. Mr. Justice, by God's grace, you are married.
Yes, I am.
Yes. As a man, as a man, I have to leave the house. You've left.
Yes.
You've made a family. I want to know, does your choice of partner influence your wealth? Yes.
In fact, you don't need to be a Christian to know this. It's very, very true, and it's yes. Because as a person, you always need to have a direction to where you want your life to go. And that should inform the kind of person you bring into your life.
Yeah.
When I was growing up, I'll tell you about myself. When I was growing up, I saw my parents' marriage and I knew that I didn't like it. I knew it wasn't the ideal marriage. I wasn't happy about it. So I set my own target as to what the kind of marriage that I want to have. And obviously, Christ was the center of it.
It was Christocentric.
It was Christocentric. and so throughout the time that I was looking out, making friends with ladies and looking for somebody to spend the rest of my life with, it was the core of it. So when I meet you, I interact with you and everything, I move with you and everything, I looked at these things, I put you side by side. I mean, I put my goals and what the kind of person side by side. And these are some of the things that helped me. And when I was able to do that, honestly, it really did affect how I create wealth, or what I call wealth. Because I have an understanding or have a definition of what my wealth should be. And so I have to now look for a woman that will help me achieve that. If you don't do that, you are going to be in serious trouble. Whatever thing you call wealth for yourself, if you don't look for the woman that will come and help you to sustain it or help you to build it and sustain it, then you're going to be in trouble. So for me, it was core. It was core. And glory be to God. The woman I married has really been in that position in terms of helping me in that sense. So it's very important.
And I can say that your woman is a woman of peace.
Oh, yes. She gives me all the peace that I need to be able to operate. To operate in any way that I want to operate. She gives me the peace that, people would dream of. Yes, and she was the one I got married to. But even before I married her, the kind of people, the women that I was moving around with and trying to consider them for that role as a wife, they were the kind of people that they should give me peace.
Yeah.
Yes, I don't just go about just grabbing any other. No.
If you're not having peace with your girlfriend, you have to rethink it, of course. And relationship is very pivotal when it comes to wealth. Has there been a point in your life where a relationship, not necessarily your wife, helped you to have a financial breakthrough or a kind of wealth that you are always grateful to?
Yes. And I'm happy my wife knows about this story. Because if she didn't know, then I would have been in trouble. But thank God that she knows. Before I married my wife, there was a woman that I met, and this woman, I am not afraid to mention the name because, as I said, my wife knows the story. So she's in the name of Nerissa Piazza Ewua.
Okay.
Yes, I'm not afraid to mention her name because I know, and my wife also knows the influence that this lady had in my life.
Yeah.
She, as I told you, I had my definition of what I was looking for. And so those are the kind of, it helped me to go after certain kind of women. I'll say it this way. She was so matured beyond her age. She was way matured. In fact, I was way older than her. But that lady was so matured beyond even myself. And she helped me in so many ways. She looked at my life and goes like, Atu, you don't have this thing in your life. You're going this way in your life. Have you considered this one? You will need this thing to go. So you have to do this. And she won't tell you that you have to just do the thing. She will help you get the thing done. And if you can't get it, she will find her own way and get the thing done.
Wow.
And so she helped me in creating lasting peace and lasting wealth that helped me to continue my life. Sometimes there are some people that you may not necessarily end up marrying, but you should make sure that these people are people that will help you create what you call wealth in your life. It's not everybody that we meet that we can want to marry them. Sometimes there are people that when you meet, you really wish you could marry this person, but situations will not allow you. But even in going after these kind of people, you have to make sure that this person will add value to your life.
Yeah.
You see, and so, yes, I met somebody like that who really shaped how my life turned out to be. In fact, I always say that she's the person who brought me out and showed me light. And my wife helped me my wife kept the light on.
Okay.
Yes, that lady turned the light on and my wife has sustained the light. Wow. You see, so, yes, I met somebody like that, or I've ever met somebody like that. And I believe everybody should go after people like that. Yes.
I love the part where you said not every good person in your life should end up in marriage, but you should know how to sustain these people.
Yes.
So that you benefit what God has for that relationship in your life.
Yes.
It's been very enlightening talking
Thank
to you. I wish we could go on and on and on.
Yeah.
But before then, is there anything you'd like to say that you were not asked?
I think I've said everything that I really wanted to say.
Yes.
Maybe. Yeah. The core thing would have been talking about Christ, which I have already done. So.
Christocentric. Tell them to download the Christocentric station.
Okay, guys, I want you to download the Christocentric. Is it an app?
Christocentric app. Yeah.
Yes. Yes. You should download the app and make sure that you consume the content that is being put there because it will help you yourself to become Christocentric, as I am.
Yes, that is the word for today.
Yes.
Do you have any social media handles in case someone wants to reach out to you for counseling, for filmmaking, someone wants to invest in your craft and all?
Okay. On Twitter, my handle is I Read Productions. I read. Yes.
R-E-D.
No, like I mean, like, no, in our local parlance, this guy is I read.
Okay.
Good.
I read
So
production.
I Read Production. That's on
Yeah, kind of I read.
on Twitter, which I mean now is X. So you can find me there. Then on YouTube, it's Justice Owusu, and on Facebook, it's also Justice Owusu. Any other platform, I think maybe I think it's mostly Justice Owusu. It's only Twitter that I had it as
I read
Productions.
Yes. Mr. Justice, when I say rethink wealth, then you respond, catch the wealth mindset.
Okay.
Are you ready?
Catch the wealth mindset.
Mine is catch.
Catch. Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
Gen Z. Okay. Rethink wealth, catch the wealth mindset. We've caught a lot of juices about wealth and mindset shifts, and in fact, I love this, and I hope he will come here again to share his experience with us.
Okay.
Don't forget to follow Christocentric Station on all social media platforms. And yes, download the Christocentric app on Google Play and App Store and be part of the Christocentric family. Bye.
Bye.